Hey everyone, Tempo Crazed here. How's it going, everybody? How are things? How is life? Let's get rid of this stupid banner. There we go. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome, tremendously spectacular. Ah, how's everybody's Friday? Or, no, it's Thursday. Thursday, how's everybody's Thursday? Going well? Hopefully. Ah, well, everybody, so for those that haven't been around for these playing with buffaloes, Magic with Buffaloes streams, they're fun. So we use a product called nic-a-date. It's a ferric chloride. It's great when you get it on your hands, and I can't find my gloves, so yay for me. I'm going to have orange hands for my next streams for a while here on whatnot. That'll be good. Well, I guess good contrast in colors, right? It makes things pop, right? So basically what nic-a-date does is you get a buffalo nickel that doesn't have a date, or any nickel, in fact, that the date doesn't show up on. You can use the ferric chloride, the nic-a-date, to bring up that. Yuck. Bring up that date, just like this 1920. Somebody already did this one. But you can see this area here, they went a little crazy with their nic-a-date. But 1920, and this is actually 1920 Denver. So, there you go. You know what? Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I think I misplaced my dang book, but I did not. I see it. I see it now. I can see clearly now. I open my eyes. Oh, that's not how that song goes? Damn. Let's see. Oh, you guys couldn't see anything. Damn it. Fuck. Ah! Things are going everywhere. I got stuff flying. There we go. There we go. Alright, 1920. 1920. Denver. Yeah, that's pretty focused. Pretty much focused. Okay. So I like to have my book open. So 1920 Denver would be considered, let's see, where is it? 1920 Denver? That would be a key date. Well, yeah, semi-key anyway. Not a key, a semi-key. That's a $15 coin right there. Now that we nic-a-dated it, $5 to $8 is where I'd be at. That I'd probably get for it selling it. I didn't nic-a-date this one, somebody else did. But yeah, $5 to $8 probably on the open market with the nic-a-date. So we do have some in here. I just bought this 50 coins of nickels that all have been, well, I shouldn't say have all been nic-a-dated. They're either dateless or have been nic-a-dated. Some of them we'll be able to tell the dates and stuff on right away. Some of them are not so good, and we can do the nic-a-dating on them, but no matter what, we're going to go through them. Now, I have already soaked all these in acetone. For those that don't know, we use acetone to clean these coins before we do this because that will remove any kind of oils from people's skin and stuff. See, there's one, too. 1917 Denver. 1917 Denver, we're 9.9 million. I don't think that one's been nic-a-dated. Pre-war. Can we see a date, though, without nic-a-dating? 23, I believe. I believe that's a 23, which if it is, that's not a high-end coin. Yeah, okay, let's nic-a-date it. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right. So here we go. And we want to use just the most minimalistic amount. Like, literally, that's more than enough. Now, the way I do it is different than the way most people do it. But we've tested these and stuff, and so I have a little plastic spudger here. And we just kind of, we're just pushing the fluid around a little bit. We're not trying to scratch at the coin. We're just pushing that fluid around. By moving that fluid around, it gets rid of the stuff. See this darker stuff right here? That's actually pieces of that nickel coming off. And so by pushing that fluid around a little bit, just the most slightly amount, we are able to, I believe, do a better job with the nickel and better job at nic-a-dating the nickel. All right. And there you go. 1923. I was right. I've been doing this a while. But you see how that jumps up? And so the reason this works is there's a chemical reaction that happens between the nic-a-date, the ferric chloride, and the materials in the nickel. And the reason that we are able to get the date to come up is when these are stamped out of the mill, the action of stamping pushes the molecules in the 1923 together tighter, which actually make them harder or more dense than the material around it. So it eats out the material around it first before it would eat the 1923. And that is why we are able to do this with this product. All right, here we got another one. Looks like somebody maybe attempted to do a nic-a-date on it and failed. Now that is going to be a San Francisco mint mark, so we're not going to have to do it on the back, thank God. Somebody attempted, it looks like, to do a nic-a-dating, and honestly, you can get, depending upon how good you are, you could get 2, maybe 3 attempts out of it. So I have no idea how many times this has been attempted, but we're going for it. We got a 15, it looks like. A 15 San Francisco, that's good. And with my technique, I usually am pretty good at getting dates back up. There's only a few that I just haven't been able to get dates to come through. So anyway, we'll wipe this off. And there you go. 1915 right there. And that's a San Francisco, so we go to the book. 1915 San Francisco, only 1.5 million minted. $50 in a G4. This is a very, very rare coin, in fact. So there you have it, 1915 San Francisco. That's a really good one to get. Now, I have my acetone standing by. So after I wipe these off, I'm actually dipping them back into acetone, just really quick, to neutralize that nic-a-date, because I don't want it to keep eating away at the coin. There's a 1915 that somebody else did, Denver. See how you see this green around it? That's because somebody didn't neutralize or dilute the nic-a-date. They left it on there. 1915 Denver, 7.5 million, $27. Well, now it's probably only worth about $8 because, again, they didn't dip that coin after they were done or clean it in some way. 1915, 16? 15. Is that another 15 San Francisco? It looks like a 15, you know. Let's hit it up, but it might be a 16. Let's just see if we can. I just want to get just the date to pop just a little bit more. $16, huh? Yeah, looks like a 16. I thought, wow, another 15? Wow. But yeah, that's a 16. San Francisco, 11.8 million. Maybe $5. Let's see, what do we got here? I have no idea. 17 maybe. Again, I bought these from another seller on Whatnot. He did say that some of them might have been attempted. Wrong end. Honestly, what we're looking for is those really unique ones. There's some double dates out there that you can find. Because even or date over date ones, D over, stuff like that. You get those, and it's a 14. That's a 14 Philly, 20 million, but it's a $20 G4, so it's still going to be probably a $5-ish coin right there. And these coins, if you are interested in them, will be in my next coin show. I will be doing buck and goes on many of these coins. 16 Denver, we're not even going to bother with that one. Obviously, somebody's done it. Alright, here we go. Somebody attempted with this, but either left it on too long or not long enough. So we'll see if we can pull it. See if we can get that date to come up and say hello. Say hello to my little friend. Oof. It's a rough one. Kind of looks like a 13 though. So that, if it is, let's see here. Oof. Tough, tough, tough. But it does look like a 13. I'm going to look through a loop here at different light angles. Yeah, that's a 13 type 2 or variety 2. Honestly, it's not that expensive of a coin. But yeah, that is a 13 Philly variety 2, type 2, whichever you want to say. $12 in G4, so it's probably only a couple bucks. It's definitely an 18 San Francisco. 4.8 million. Nice coin, actually. Oh, here we go. Nobody's attempted with this one. Yay, we get the first attempt. $19.20. See, when you're the first one to attempt it, you see how nice that looks? It pops right away when you're the first one. Especially if you know what you're doing and you're not just pretending to know what you're doing. Like some people that say they know what they're doing but really don't. 1919 Denver. We've seen a few of them in our time. Oofda. Hey, okay, so this is a good one here. So, no nic-a-date, but if you get that at that right angle, you can tell that's a 1914. So that's a 1914 Philadelphia. And we don't have to nic-a-date it to see that. Which puts it, 1914, $20 in a G4. In this condition, it's probably worth, maybe about $5 to $8. Maybe 10. But that's always good when you don't have to nic-a-date it to find that date. Alright, here's another one that nobody's nic-a-dated. No mint mark. I can kind of make it out. I think that's a 1920. But I'm going to go ahead and go for it. It has been a hot minute since we did a nic-a-dating video. I was looking back through the videos looking for our last one, and it has been a minute. It's been a lot of minutes. It's been months. Ooh, this one might be wore out too much. But we'll see if we can get that date to come enough. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's a 1920. You can just barely make out that 2 at right there. You can just make out that 2. 1920. 1916. There's a lot more of these that you can actually see dates on than what the guy told me, though, I tell you that much. Because he's like, oh, you won't be able to see the dates on many of them. Somebody's already tried on some of them, blah, 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 whatever. But I think he, I don't know. I think I got taken a little bit on some of these. Looks like a 13. Yep, 1913 Denver, Type 2. So, we just hit the jackpot a little bit. Not huge. It's not huge. But a 1913 Type 2 Denver in G4 goes for $135. There's no reason that this coin shouldn't hit $50 to $80. Even with the nic-a-dating. Alright. Nobody's attempted to nic-a-date it. Now, some people will tell you that this, you know, and we are damaging the coins. I've been through this before. We are damaging the coin by doing this. And that's the last thing you usually want to do as a numismatic person is damage your coins. But I make the argument on this that without doing this nic-a-dating like we just did with this coin right here, we didn't know what date it was. There was no way to tell what the date was on it. And now that we've done the nic-a-dating, we can see that it's a 1925 Philadelphia. Not a high-end coin by any means. But before that, we didn't know what the hell it was. So, I have a bunch of these that I usually put together in a roll and sell as a roll of nickels that have been nic-a-dated. People like to put them in books and stuff. 1915 Denver. We know that's a good one. That one has not been nic-a-dated. Oh, okay, so here's something cool. I'm not going to nic-a-date this one. I'm not going to nic-a-date this one. Even though we can't see that date on the other side, even though we can't see this date, I can tell you already that this is a 1913. Okay, so the way to tell is the mound on the back. Let me raise this scope up here so you guys can see this. And I've gone through this before with everybody, but it's not a bad idea to always do some just retraining on things. There we go. Alright, here's 2 coins. If you look at the way the mound is, you see the straight line here and not there. On the right hand side, this is a Type 1, only made in 1913. They made it the coin of the buffalo on a mound, and you see how 5 cent is like gone. The reason it wears off fast. Now when they decided to go, this is our type 2 or variety 2, whichever you want to call it. They at this point decided to recess 5 cents into that mound, and then it doesn't wear away as easily. So that's how, without even having to nic-a-date this, I know this is a 1913 Denver. I go to the book, I look up a variety 1, 1913 Denver, 5.3 million minted. G4, we're at 20 bucks. This one probably won't bring quite 20, probably be more like 13 to 15, depending upon who ends up looking at it and wanting to buy it and stuff. And I don't know, I've been out of the selling of coins for a little while now, so I might be a little bit off. I don't think I'm that far off though. 1920 something. $19.19. Oof, somebody really went to town on this one. I don't know if we're going to get anything off that. I mean, basically this is what nic-a-date looks like when it sat way too long. So I have ordered some wheat pennies. So we'll be doing a mail call again here soon. I did get some coins in today for mail, but I'll wait till I get some more coins in and we'll do a big mail call. I'm starting to get back into the coin stuff. I'm still selling watches. I'm still repairing watches. I enjoy working with the watches and everything, but right now I want to get back into some coins and stuff again. It's been a long time, and I think it's about time. Yeah, that nickel's just not good. When they're that bad, I just throw them in my bin that goes to the bank. 1917 Denver. 9.9 million. 1918. Now in 1918, let's see, 32 million. Yeah. There's a 14, San Francisco. Did we have one of them yet? Or we had the Denver, right? Maybe? No, we did have the San Francisco, yeah. It's a good one. Again, money of these will be up on my next Whatnot stream. I always mark them as, okay, so this is a Denver, but I cannot make out that date. I always mark them as NIC, nic-a-date, or NAC, I mean, nic-a-date. No, NID, whatever. I always mark them to let people know they have been nic-a-dated. So they barely have to even see it, and they can see that it's been nic-a-dated. Or not. But at least then people know that what they're buying. But I am going to be having a coin stream coming up pretty soon. So if you're one of my followers for coins, there is going to be a coin stream coming up pretty soon. I still can't see what that is. In fact, I got to figure out what day I'm going to do that. Oh. Like trying to see the date here. It's a 1913 Denver. Now this is a 13 Denver type 1 that has been nic-a-dated. Somebody attempted to pull the date up, and I can kind of see it now. Again, not a bad coin though. Denver variety 2. I was thinking it was a 13 variety too, but I don't think so. I think it's a 16. Yeah, that's gotta be. That looks like a 16 Denver. Let's wipe it off and find out. Yeah, that's a 16 Denver. 16 Denver, 13.3 million, $25 G4. Yeah, I gotta figure out when we're gonna do the coin stream on Whatnot. I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary of selling on Whatnot, so I'd like to do, I'd like to do something, right? Let's see. I'm just trying to look at my analytics real quick to see if I can. Um, I gotta. I know there's a way for me to. Okay, there we go. It didn't pop up the first time. Um, wow, that's a lot. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait a second here. Let's see. 4th of July was my very first stream. No, I did something in Marketplace. July 12th. July 12th, it looks like, was my very first stream. That's what it looks like anyway. Here. Yeah, I did a Marketplace thing on the 5th of July, but July 12th was my first stream. So, July 12th, we're going to have to go live on Whatnot. Old school. I'll have wheat pennies because that's kind of where I started at. We'll have to go live on Whatnot July 12th for my 1 year anniversary, and we'll have to have a lot of giveaways, you know? And if you're not a Whatnot user or you're not part of Whatnot yet, you can check the link below. I have my invite code down there. Use that, and you can get some free money towards your first purchase. So literally, your first purchase, all it's going to cost you is the shipping and your and tax if your state uh, requires you to pay tax on coins and bullion, if that's what you're going for. And you don't have to buy from me. Just sign up under my code, and you get that. You can go buy from anybody. 1918, San Francisco. I mean, you can go buy from Blue Ridge Silverhound if you want, or Adam Coins Ghouls, Coins Ghoul. Um, some great streamers out there. People that you guys know. A lot of you know. Digging Dave is technically a seller on there, but I haven't seen him on for a while. There's a 15. 25. I am kind of separating these out into ones that will go into just a roll to be sold as one big roll, or ones that'll... this is a 14. It's hard to see though. Or ones that'll get individually sold. Get carted up and sold individually. Trying to be careful. I don't want to remove the date if I can help it. Just trying to make it a little easier to see the date. 14, it's tough. It's there, but it's tough. 14, Denver. So yeah, July 12th. Oh, I should probably put that on the calendar. Oh, here we go. This will be a fun one. So nobody's tried to nic-a-date this. We've lost all detail, really. Honestly, this is a junk coin at this point. We can't tell if there's a mint mark back here, so we're going to start there. So it takes a little bit more. Not a ton more, just a little bit. And I like to do the whole section here, because I think it looks totally horrible if you do just that little spot. I don't really want that there, but okay. I know that the mint mark is here between the E and C. Yeah, nice. That means my 1 pound copper bar is going up in value. Cool. I know it's still not at what I paid for it, though. Because I paid a lot for it. Hand poured. Alright, what do we got here? That's a... Is that an S? That's an S. That's an S. Okay, so we got a San Francisco mint. So that's the nice thing here. We didn't even know that had a mint mark, so we had no clue. Now let's see if we can find a date. Let's see if we can get a date. Yeah, I got a one. Oh, there it is. I have a 1 pound bar of hand poured copper sitting next to me that I bought. Really cool bar, but I paid a lot for it. Apparently, the guy that was pouring them is not doing any more. So I bought it from my buddies over there at Spotlight. Spotlight Coins. It's a Is that a 13? God dang, that's hard to see. That is a tough one. Playing with the shadows, trying to get it to pop up. Because I kind of think it looks like a 13, and if that's a 13S Type 2, I mean, G4, that's a $230 coin. I hate to try it again, because I think maybe I could get it better if I try it again, but I might lose it altogether, too, if I try it again. So it's one of those... damned if you do, damned if you don't things. Ugh. Let's get rid of one of them. Get rid of one of the lights. Just trying different light angles and stuff. I think it's a 13. I mean, it looks like it's the 13. And that means if it's a 1913 Type 2 San Francisco, that's a 1.2 million, 235 in a G4, so probably still looking at a $100 coin. I'm not going to attempt to do it again. I'm going to leave it off to the side right now. I think I'm going to keep looking at it, different angles and stuff, because I don't want to mess it up. Right now, I think that I can see the date. If I keep going, I could mess up the date, and that would be bad. Especially if it is the 13, you know. So I just want to think about it before I go and do anything else with it. I tell you, 1919 really comes up really good. Every 1919 that I've ever done this with always comes up looking really good. I don't know if it was something with the dies that year or what, but every time I do a 1919, it, boom, just right now pops. So that's just a 1919 Philadelphia. Nothing special with that, really. You know, they made 60 million of them. So somebody got a little carried away there with the nic-a-date. Hoofda. It is a Denver coin. It is a 14 Denver, in fact. Look at that. They really got going on that. 14 Denver, we've already seen, you know, that's 35-ish dollar coin. It's got a big ding in it, but it still doesn't look bad there. Well, that's an obvious 1913 Type 2 Denver. Very obvious 1913 Type 2 Denver right there. I wish there wasn't as much nic-a-date on it. It makes it a lot tougher to sell. Same with this one. Geez, somebody really had some fun. 1917 Philly. 51 million. Alright, this one has no... Oh, okay. It looks like there might be a mint mark down there. Again, I like to do this whole area. It just, to me, looks a little better, a little more professional, if you can say that. Does not look like we had a mint mark. Darn. Nope, there was no mint mark. Okay. Well, since we did the back anyway, we might as well do the front. If you guys have missed out some of my older videos of doing this, we've had a lot of fun. We've done other, like, shield nickels I've pulled dates up on, and we've done the just, yeah, all the different, like, the Liberty nickels and stuff. Pulled the dates up. Well, shoot, we've had ones that looked like just a puck, like nothing left of them, and we've pulled the info off of them. So it's been a lot of fun doing some of these. So if you haven't seen some of them videos, you need to go check them out. Take a look at some of them older ones. 1919 Denver. Philly coin. I don't see a date. It's definitely a type 2. Looks like it's a 1919 type 2 Philly, which we've already talked about. 1919 type 2 Philly is not worth that much money. Let's see. Oh, okay. I was just looking to see if who was on streaming live right now. I see Diggin' Dave's on live right now. Yeah, 1919. Ran out of acetone. I'm down to the last bit of my acetone right now I'm using. Another 1919. No date. No date. No mint mark. Well, thanks for coming, people. There's only a few of you that have come through, but hey, I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. 1913 Philadelphia Type 2. Definitely not worth as much as the Denver or San Francisco ones on the Type 2s, but still not a bad one. You know, I have a 1935 DDR somewhere. A 35 DDR Buffalo Nickel somewhere that I cannot seem to find. I'm kind of starting to wonder if I didn't sell it accidentally. And if I did, I probably sold it cheap or gave it to somebody, which would really suck. Alright, we got a 14 Philly. Absolutely a 14 Philly. Now the thing we want to look at, and let me get this neutralized though first, because there is a 1914 Philly that's that is a 4/3, and it's very obvious. You'll see up here at the top of the 4, you'd see a line coming out for the 3, and we do not have it. So it's just a 14 Philly. So we're at, what is this? 20 million, $20 coin in G4. So, you know, oof, somebody really screwed this thing up, didn't they? Let's see if we can fix it. Well, we'll either fix it or we'll make it worse. One or the other. It's 1918, that's for sure. Sounds like Amazon's here. Well, I'd say we made it better. Now I'll get that neutralized this time so you don't have that issue. 1918 Philly. You know, it's not a very expensive coin, 32 million of them. But no mint mark, no date. Let's find out. What do we got? Oh, I tell you, allergies have been just horrible for me. Oh, it's been bad. This spring has just been horrible. It's been raining so much that everything is starting to get kind of moldy and stuff. And mold spores are coming out, and oh, it's been bad. $19.15 maybe? 13? One of the two. Philly, either way. Not really worth it. 1934. God, how bad was this thing that it worn out in 1934? I don't know that I've ever seen anybody nic-a-date a 34. Oofta. $25, San Francisco. And the last one here is a Denver. Something. A something. That's what this last one is a something. 14 maybe? Maybe a 17? Can't really tell. I think it's a 17, Denver. I think. Either way, I'm not gonna. It's so bad, I'm not gonna actually attempt to even sell it. It's gonna go in my bucket. I'll get 5 cents for it. All right, well, that's all I got for y'all. 50 minutes. I can show you a couple coins that I did get, I guess. Maybe. If I can find them. Oh, let's see. I wasn't expecting to, so. Let's see if I can even find these coins. They just came today. But I've been moving stuff around and getting ready for a couple other shows I got coming up. Tomorrow I got a watch show, 5 and go. $5 starts on watches. So, oh, well, I can't find them. I got a 1911 and a 1911 San Francisco wheat pennies in. I just don't know what I did with them, but anyway. Hey, Daniel. Glad you guys. How about? Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And like I said, we are going to start getting into more coins again. I got some wheat pennies, rolls of wheat pennies coming. So we're gonna start getting into that stuff again. More frequently. So, you guys will have to buckle up for that. Time to start doing some more coin stuff. Uh-oh. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.